Hello! Today I am going to be ranting about EULAs, or End User License Agreements. This video is going to be an unscripted mess, so if you do not, like that type of stuff, then you do not have to watch this video. As for the rest of you, I hope you're prepared, because I'm gonna go on this unhinged rant for who knows how long. So, allow me to begin with the thing that annoys me the most, and that is the illusion of free choice that a lot of these EULAs have, right? Because you have no choice but to accept their EULA in order to play the game in the first place. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned before that I'm going to be ranting about the video game EULAs, right? Because I do not know if this is, happening in different parts of, technology or whatever, so yeah. I'm gonna be ranting about video game EULAs, okay? Okay, cool. Let's get back on topic then. So, again, I do not like this whole illusion of free choice thing that's been going on, because you do not have a choice. You have to click yes in order to play the game that you purchased. Although, if you read the entire EULA, it would say somewhere that you're just buying a license to the product instead of actually owning it. And the other thing that really annoys me is when the EULA says that they can take it away from you for whatever reason they like. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, you bought the game, you didn't actually buy the game. Wow. I am so glad that the Stop Killing Games movement is getting some momentum, and this type of stuff that is gonna, that keeps on happening is gonna eventually stop and slow down, and it's gonna be fantastic for us, the gamers, the consumers, right? But we kind of have to wait a little bit until that becomes, a reality. Anyway, back to the EULAs again. So we've got the illusion of free choice that I do not like. What else do I not like about these, demonic ass EULAs? Well, another thing that I really dislike is when someone in the comments says this type of stuff won't fly in the EU. And I'm just like, okay, why won't that happen? And how are these gaming companies getting away with it then? Because if their EULAs cannot, exist in this other country, then how come, they're getting away with it? How come no one's, been suing them, calling them out, or whatever? And it makes me think, do you think they change their EULAs depending on which country they sell their games in? Because if they do that, then that makes me very suspicious, right? That makes me very uneasy because, again, they can change their EULAs whenever they want to, right? It's not set in stone like certain laws are, okay? They can just, go back in there and change whatever it is that they need to change so they can make it as loose or as strict as humanly possible. And do I need to repeat myself on how much I hate it when they do things like that? It just pisses me off. And again, it makes me wonder, is it because we haven't, been discussing with our representatives, our PMs, or whatever, you get the point. Why haven't we, been reading the EULAs a lot more and, telling people about what these gaming companies are doing and how we don't like that and how some, new law should be enforced or things like that? And, well, the truth is, not a lot of people read the EULAs, right? They might just skim a few parts of it and then just press agree so they can finally, just get starting playing their game and things like that. And, that's just how it is, right? I mean, I'm not, any less guilty than this, right? I too have just skimmed a few EULAs and pressed agree. But like I said before, you can't actually disagree to the EULAs anyway. So even if I read through the entire thing and saw that it said something that I didn't agree with, I have no choice again. So I just don't really know what we can do about this, but I hope this kind of practice changes at some point, because I just hate the fact that they keep getting away with it and they keep putting these clauses in their EULA that they know a lot of people aren't going to read, because quite a lot of their EULAs have this lawyer speak in it, right? They use a lot of terms and phrases that people just don't understand, or they make it so difficult to read that people just, just give up and press agree because they just can't understand what the EULA is saying. And again, it makes me wonder if they do it on purpose or they have to because there's some type of law. But whatever the case may be, I do not agree with this. And again, I do hope that something changes, but I just do not know what we can do about it. Which is why movements like the Stop Killing Games initiative is the most important thing that could possibly happen. And I am kind of hoping that more stuff like this, keeps appearing and we keep getting the companies, to bend the knee to us, right? Because we're the consumer. We're the reason why they succeeded in the first place. So they shouldn't be treating us this badly, but for some reason, them treating their consumers badly has been normalized. And again, I wish this was not the case. Anyway, I think I've rambled on for way too long. Let me know what you think about EULAs and whether or not you read them all the way through or you just skim a little bit. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.